Hello.
Oh, just 1 second.
We're live here at David French Music Company, and we're calling this Tuesdays with Tony. I'm Tony, but I'm also Vinny Pinella. I'm really Vinny Pinella, but it's a long story. We'll get into that later. I just sort of walk around the shop just a bit with my wonderful camera guy here. Here we have the Yamaha wall, as it were. You know, you want to show the Yamaha wall. So we'll get into all this product stuff as the weeks progress. I'm just going to make this real quick. Here we have some of the higher end professional flutes, some great flutes. It's a Powell signature. It's a beauty. It's beauty. Let me just play a couple of notes. Anyway, we have some Selmers here, some Cowworths, all wonderful instruments, and so forth and so on. Today's guest is Arnie Krakowsky. We would love to see input from you folks, about what you'd like us to talk about and show you, and so forth and so on. We have some wonderful, wonderful people here. So I guess we're going to go find Arnie. So Arnie still sounds like Arnie's still teaching. Oh no, he's not. Could this be Arnie as we speak? It is. It's Arnie Krakowsky.
What's up?
Come on in. Wait, come on in. Yes, you can come on in. Yeah, I guess we're gonna hang in here, right?
Yeah.
You want to hang in here?
That works. That works.
Yeah?
Okay.
All right, yeah.
What's up?
So anyway, yeah. So this is Arnie Krakowsky, my old pal. We've known each other since.
I know Vinny for 40 years.
40 years.
Close to 40 years, man. When we were up and coming.
Yeah. So yeah, we were in the Catskills together.
Yeah.
Played on a lot of
We worked in the same bands.
Yeah.
I gave him my last gig.
That's right.
Up in the Catskills.
Yeah.
I passed the gig on to him.
That's right.
Did, yeah.
1989.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So yeah, Arnie was playing with everybody. He's constantly. He's like the workingest guy in town. He's the real deal. He's the real deal. I mean, he's a professional musician. One of the last standing professional musicians.
Well, I don't know.
Well, I don't know that, but I mean, he's a real. He refers to himself as a blue-collar tenor player.
That's right. I don't refuse anything. That's why I work all the time.
That's right.
I learned that a long time ago from my mentor, Dick Johnson. He told me two things. He said, don't refuse anything, and play every gig like it's your last one.
There you go. A great guy.
That's
Dick
right.
Johnson. So what else? Let me see. Arnie was on Ray Charles band. He was on the original, not the original. He was on Dick Johnson's first Artie Shaw band that came out of Boston, which was quite a deal. Artie Shaw was
still traveled with the band. Yep, told us all kinds of stories.
Yeah.
You know, about all his wives, and he was married 8 times, maybe 7 times.
He's married to like the Lana Turner, right?
Ava Gardner.
Ava Gardner.
Yeah.
Wow.
After Frank, or before Frank, I think. Sinatra. No, after Frank. I don't remember.
Yeah. So anyway, so Arnie, he teaches here, and I'd love to have you talk about some of your teaching methods.
Well, I have students. Right now I have about 16, 17 students, ranging from about 12. I have a couple of grown-ups. And with me, each kid gets an individual lesson because, I got some kids who just want to do the band. That's all they want to do. It's kind of like a social hang for them. So
they don't put a lot of time in.
They don't really. They put some time in. So with them, I just keep them in the band books. The Standard of Excellence. And I actually have a book that I'll show you for the kids who are more advancing, and we go over their band music, and then scales, and then a duet. And then I've got some kids who are a little more serious, and so I put them usually in a Rubank book. That's a little harder to play. The first one's a little more demanding.
Play duets and stuff.
Yeah, and play duets, and then I've got the kids who are in the, they want to be jazz players. So with them, I have a book. Actually, I don't want to. I'll hook my book. This is a great book designed for intermediate students who want to play jazz. It's like scales up to 4 sharps, 4 flats. It's got scales in thirds, diatonic triads, diatonic seventh chords, and lots of rhythms in the back. And I have them sing rhythms. And then I also play piano with these kids. I try to teach them how to play the blues. And the first question I ask every kid, and I think this is a common problem, is who did you listen to this week? I just asked that girl, who did you listen to? And it's always the same answer: nobody, which is a huge problem. So I also try to turn them on to who to listen to, see what they like. Do they want to play just classical? Do they want to play funk? Tell them to listen to David Sanborn or Hank Crawford.
Yeah.
Or you want to play
Michael Brecker.
Or Michael Brecker, if you want, or Prez or whatever, And then I have a couple of grown-ups, and with them I play. They want to play jazz. I play tunes with them. I play tunes. We analyze tunes, and I play etudes, Lenny Niehaus etudes, and the Bop book. That red book?
Yeah.
What's his name?
I want to say Bauer.
Bugsy Bauer.
Bauer.
Yeah. Bugsy
yeah.
Bauer. I called him.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah. Because I couldn't find his book, so I called
Still alive?
Yeah. So listen, I called this guy, and he says hello, and I said I'd like to talk to Mr. Bauer, please. And he said, "This is him. I'm on my way to a gig. Hurry up. He must be 80, right?"
Probably had his two fingers.
I'm sure he did. So that's what I do with my students, and so each one is an individual. I write a lot of stuff out that I should really keep. I know a couple of my students are probably going to take all the stuff I've written out and come out with a book someday, but that's okay.
Yeah.
That's all right.
And you studied with, Arnie studied with some major cats, with Joe Viola, of course.
Joe
We all studied
Viola,
with
Joe Allett,
and
Eddie Daniels.
Daniels.
Yeah, three different. Well, Eddie was a Joe Allett protege.
Yeah.
So they helped me immensely.
I just saw a thing. What's that clarinet company that makes those funny looking clarinets? It begins with a B.
Backen. B-A-C-K-U-N.
Yeah, there was a thing with Eddie,
Yeah.
and he was walking through the halls and he was talking about his 3 teachers. One was Benet, one was
Bernard.
Bernard.
Yeah.
That was the second one. The first one was Vincent Abato,
Yeah.
and then the third one was Joe Allen, and he
Yeah.
said Joe was the cat. He was the one.
Yeah,
He said when Joe, once he studied with Joe, his sound opened up. So
Well,
Joe Allen is.
I think there was a Joe Viola school and a Joe Allett school,
Yeah,
man. So
right.
either one is great,
Yeah.
And then I kind of tweak my own. You have to be your own teacher to see what works for you. I kind of took a little from each one, and Eddie helped me with reading chord changes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Playing on the bottom register of the horn, which I like to do, and he helped me a lot with that. Yeah.
Well, guys, looks like we got our first question from co-worker Rich Greco.
Yeah.
Can you talk about your approach to improvisation?
Well, okay, my approach to improvisation is very, very basic. I've been trying to play the same tunes for 50 years. So when I first started, I would take stuff off records. There was no music. There were no real books or anything, so I'd play along with the records. And then eventually I learned what the chord changes were. And, I started up. I use key centers. That's what I do. I use keys like, I work towards key centers. I used to arpeggiate the chords and play scales, but now I kind of like, I know what the chord changes sound like. I try to play melodies from point A to point B, you know, to maybe where it stops in one key and then it goes to another. And I practice constantly tunes in all keys, not just one key. And then I do have some, you know, I could write some stuff out for myself that I practice, and I make sure I practice it chromatically, you know, I practice like. I changed it a little. And so you have to become like a computer. You become a computer, and then you try to put your own sound in. I play is every note for me has to be perfect, or I won't sleep at night. So I continuously work on the same tunes, and hopefully when you get on a gig, you know, or a session or a band, everything you've practiced kind of is in the back of your head, and what you hear in your head comes out of your horn. So I try to do that. It doesn't always work.
Very nice, very nice.
I must say that before I knew Arnie sort of peripherally, but I remember being in the Catskills and everyone's talking about this guy with this sound, man. This guy that plays at Kutcher's has got this sound like you wouldn't believe.
Who was it?
It was Mosca.
Oh, John.
Mostly Mosca,
Yeah.
but yeah, but
Who was the guy with the sound?
that was you.
Oh!
So anyway, yeah, man. So we could. Would you like to play a little tune?
Sure. You want me to play a tune?
Yeah, but before you do,
Absolutely.
let me let's end off. No, I'm not gonna play. I want Arnie to play. Let's end off with. Oh right, I never did play this thing, did I?
What is that? That's a custom Z. It's
Yeah.
custom EX.
Let me
hear
just
it.
let me just play it for Arnie. So yeah, so anyway.
Well, this is a Yamaha too.
That's right. I'm so big. This is
Yeah,
serious.
so I'm basically a Selmer guy. You know, I grew up with Selmers, Mach 6s. I have two Primo Mach 6s, but I did buy this Yamaha Z2 unlacquered with no F sharp about 2 years ago to do some traveling. I do a little traveling on airplanes, and the stress of bringing a Selmer was a little too much. So I bought this here at David French Music and had it set up, and it's a pretty nice horn.
Yeah,
It's a pretty nice horn.
This is I don't know if Arnie's even seen this one yet, but
What
this
is that? The EX?
This is an EX.
I don't know what
so,
that is.
So an EX is it's just it's a different board. It's a different board than the Z. The Z is more like a. I wish I had the other one. You know, maybe next time I'll show you folks the other one. But this is an EX. It's so easy to
Yeah.
even. Just so even,
Yeah,
right?
with two necks. It's got a straight neck
Yeah.
and a curved neck, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they make, to me, of all the horns out there now, pro horns, Yamaha's the best.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a Selmer guy. I love Selmers
Selmer
because
guy
I
too,
grew
but-
up with them. But Selmer, they're the best. They're so easy to play. They're even. It's effortless. These horns are effortless. Easy. You know, I was playing this tune today. Very easy to play these horns, you know. So they're great horns. You can buy them here at this store.
and get a great
Get
deal.
a good deal.
And with a 1-year warranty.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah,
you can't get hoist.
Yeah, yeah. So what else you want to know? What I practice?
Yeah.
Well, I practice quite a lot. I do have a routine. The first probably the 15, 20 minutes, I just play overtones, you know. Just like that for 10, 15, 20 minutes, gets the reed going. I practice some scales. I usually just do just like that, and then I work on tunes. I work on tunes all day. Different tunes that I get on a gig and I don't know. I come home and I work on them, and I work on blues for Alice changes every day, you know.
12 keys.
You know, I went into another key. I usually do about four keys a day with that. Sometimes it sounds good, and sometimes it doesn't. But I learned, and I did learn a long. My career started in 1965. I was 15, and I heard Dick Johnson play and Zoot Sims the same night, and I was never the same.
Yeah, I'm sure of that.
I was never the same, and I just keep playing, and that's it.
Yeah, man.
So listen, play something together before we go. We're being prompted. Okay, man. Play that tune you just played. I'll play a counter line.
Okay. I don't really know it.
I know it. You
All
want
right.
to play a counter line?
Yeah, no, I'll play it.
So listen, Tony, well, wait a second. I want to hear one thing. I want the recipe for garlic and oil.
You want it now?
I want it right now. This is Tuesdays with Tony.
All right, here we go.
This guy,
All right,
besides music, this guy is the real deal for cooking Italian food. So let me ask you this:
Yeah.
How many cloves of garlic do you put in the oil?
For a pound?
Yeah.
10, like medium small cloves.
Okay, and you put it in, and the oil has to be.
I put it in the oil. I put the oil in for a
Cold
pound.
oil, right?
Cold oil, maybe
Yep.
a quarter a cup of cold oil.
Yeah.
Cold oil. Then I put in a little bit of hot pepper, and then I cut up the garlic, put it in cold.
Yeah.
Turn on the oil.
Yeah.
When it starts to fuzz a little bit, I smush them up,
Yeah.
and then I take like maybe 2 cups of, a cup and a half, 2 cups of pasta water and put it in there, and then turn that up. That's important.
Let it boil, right?
Let it boil.
simmer.
Let it boil.
Yeah.
And then when the pasta's al dente, I throw it in that mix.
Oh, I love it. Well, how much
spin it around.
cheese? How much
As
cheese?
much cheese as you can
And a
stay
little
in.
basil at the end.
That's right,
I
fresh
love it.
basil. That's it.
That's it.
All right, so look it. So
Go ahead.
so we're gonna.
Talk.
Oh, God. So we'll see you next time. Thank you so much for coming, putting up with our gibberish. Okay, and we love this guy very much, and all of you. Ciao.
Okay.